We want it.
Welcome to the baddest, the greatest show on social media. Let's go. Yeah. Cut it, Sid. Cut it. Man, I'm telling y'all, this is going to be lit these next 30 minutes simply because this person who almost, you know what, just bring up my co-host, Miss BDB, I'm sorry, the lovely Miss Tracy Allen. There she is right there, looking like Mel Gibson from Lethal Weapon 2 when he had on the blue cap. She might not remember that scene, but what's up, Tracy? How you been doing?
I'm good. I'm ready to get this started because I'm ready to put you in your eye.
I mean, the people have spoken, and I can't even say there's a winner, even though by the official 6 o'clock time, your candidate had 4 or 5 votes more. But just like in a presidential election, that is what we call too close to call. You can't really say who won, even though officially your candidate has won. So I will concede that.
And that's good enough. That's good enough.
I want to know what
it could have been. It should have been. No, she won. Take your L.
No, I don't have to say that, especially after you campaigned and promoted
yes.
Commented under everybody's comment who had something good to say about Viola Davis. So I won't use other words, but I'll say that much because that much is true.
Not everybody.
Well, only some of the people.
Only a few.
Okay. All right. That's fair enough.
And regardless if I commented or campaigned, people still chose who they wanted to choose. It didn't change the vote.
You don't have to antagonize. That is called voter suppression. You want somebody to go back in there.
You're just mad because who you thought was going to win did not win.
Oh,
that's what it is.
Hey, just so y'all know, we're talking about these two ladies right here, two very, very super uber talented actresses. Whoopi Goldberg, who is the elder stateswoman of the two, and then Viola Davis. I mean, there is no wrong answer. It's just basically a question of preference. I mean, they're an extension of each other. Whoopi, whose resume is, and I kind of prefaced this yesterday when I presented the poll 2 days ago. We decided to go on the simple question of who's the most talented actress between these two, not who had the better resume, because it's quite understood by myself and Tracy that Whoopi has an extensive resume of movies covering a broader range, comedy, drama, whatever, because she's been around. She had maybe a 2.5 decade start on Viola, and that's basically an age difference. But Viola's comment, she has her series, How to Get Away with Murder, and she has her movies. She's even tapped into the superhero genre. So she's building up an impressive resume just like Whoopi. But we thought it was a sample size enough for us to make a comparison as to who had the most talent. I thought the poll went really well up until this woman here, Tracy Allen, my co-host, started antagonizing all of my Viola Davis voters. Every time somebody had something good to say about her, she went under the comment. One woman voted for Viola, then she came under there talking about some. I think you might want to rethink that. Did you not say that?
No, not at all.
You didn't say that.
Not at all.
You didn't say that.
Find a person that told them to rethink their vote. That's not even something I would say. And if you talk about
wait a minute, you do realize this is recorded, don't you?
Yes, I probably told my girl, and I can't blast her name on here. That I think I told her something about I'm shocked at her choice or something like that.
You're about to read it in living color right here.
She did not that person did not change their vote. It didn't matter. You just do not like.
They didn't have to change their vote. You just trying to sway the momentum so the next voters can be like, okay, Tracy and all these people are saying Whoopi Goldberg, so I'm going to vote the same way. That's kind of like.
Okay, I'm going to talk about why I think Whoopi Goldberg is more talented.
And while you do that, I'm going to pull up this text that you said. I think that you need to. What did you say? And I was laughing so hard. So you want me to show you this text, right?
I mean this inbox.
No, you said, I'm sorry. You said, I'm afraid you didn't think this one through. You cannot tell a person that they didn't think something through once they determine their vote.
Okay, time out. Let me emphasize on what I mean by that. Viola, I'm not taking away from Viola. But right now she's one. Can Marcus do this with your lips? Okay. However, right now, Viola is one-dimensional. She's drama at best.
That's the hardest kind of
Marcus, this. Viola is one-dimensional at best. Whoopi has done stand-up shows. She does comedy movies. She does drama movies. She might have even done horror. I'm not sure. But whatever character that she plays, she pulls it off to the extreme. Viola, that Meathead had mentioned, I think I lost a little bit for Viola for the help. I did not like the help, and let's not go over the reasons why a lot of people, Black people particularly, didn't like the help. A role she should have definitely turned down. And another role Viola should have turned down was the Suicide Squad. I mean, her part in that just did not make any sense. It seemed like her talent was wasted in that, and it just stood out like a sore thumb.
Everybody's done duds before. You can't say somebody should have turned it down.
This.
Right, now you're bullying me just like you bullied all the Viola voters.
Let me finish.
I'm just interjecting. You can't say she should have turned it down. If she was the bright spot in the movie, she's the bright spot in the movie.
She wasn't even, I'm not going to call her the bright spot of the movie. I mean, it's just, that movie was just horrible. She just did not belong there.
Do you want me to bring up Tiffany Haddish and Whoopi Goldberg? You talking about turning down a movie? Are you serious?
But Whoopi can do that. She put in her work. Viola is still trying to. Thank you. Anyway,
so she can flop. She can make duds because she put in her work.
Whoopi put in her work. Viola is trying to get there, and I'm not taking away from Viola at all because I like her. It's just, she kind of lost me with the help. I didn't follow her career too much after then. But anyway, back to what did win her back with me. Her role with Denzel Washington in Fences. She really did show, a very promising side. Did you see my Bailey? See my Rainey's Black Bottom? I would have to watch May Rainey's Black Bottom again.
Did you see it?
There's a lot of noise in the background. I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. Did you see it at all?
I did see it. And I was not impressed, which is why I need to write it.
You said that you were not impressed at Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
I said I need to watch it.
And Chadwell's was defining acting moments. Now you're just trying to downplay it.
This might be for Viola what a lot of people claim Color Purple was for Whoopi. I'm not.
I know you can see that comment on the screen, can't you?
No, I don't.
Let me read it for you. It says Whoopi should have turned down Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Okay,
Thank
whatever.
you.
Anyway, Viola is probably not going to get much better than Fences. I'm gonna call it right. I'm just gonna call it. She's not going to get better than that. She's probably going to have some good, decent roles, maybe, but she's not going to get better than Fences.
And that was by Curtis, by the way, my man. Okay, wait. See, okay, all right. Then you didn't came off with this whole long. She's not going to get better than Fences. Okay, all right. I'm glad you said that. She's not going to get better than Fences. That's a great statement because it's something for me to go in on, and it's kind of contradictory because Whoopi's best performance was back in 1985. The Chicago Bears won the Super Bowl then. The Color Purple. You talking about this woman is not going to get better than Fences? She just turned in a performance in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom that is arguably better than Fences. And I got a clip from that, but I'm not going to show it yet because you're going to show yours. You're the winner of the poll.
It's a Netflix movie. Relax.
It doesn't matter. I'm talking about the performance. I'm not talking about the scope of the film. The performance is what we're talking about. But you just made a statement and said that Viola Davis is not going to get better than Fences. When if you can name, I would concede, I would call you Tracy Allen all hell movie goddess.
You need to do that anyway.
You can tell me, no. If you could tell me one movie that Whoopi has did that was better. I'm not saying that she didn't have some fine performances. Tell me one movie, honestly, within your heart, that she did that was better than The Color Purple from an acting performance. And she wasn't even nominated for that movie for Best Actress like she was in Ghost. But tell me one movie that she did better.
We discussed this the last show.
Just give me one movie that was better than The Color Purple.
That even though she did not do better than The Color Purple, she still had good movies after The Color Purple.
I agree.
Let's not
but how can you say that Viola Davis won't do better than Fences?
She's not. And I'm willing to bet you $100.
She already has.
That's your opinion about Ma Rainey.
Let me tell you why she has.
I need to watch that because I fell asleep.
Let me tell you why she already has done better than Fences. Anytime. Let me tell you why she already done better than Fences. She went up against Denzel Washington and held her own. The screen time was not dominated by Denzel Washington because you was like, okay, I want to see her rebuttal. Whenever he said something, you want to hear what she. Now, fast forward to Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Chadwick Boseman and this woman were sensational. And they were like in the same building, but in separate rooms, a locker room or in the actual studio rehearsal hall. And Viola Davis was, it was like, wow. She was painting a picture of an era as to how they mistreated Black performers. They just wanted their voice rather than their singing voice rather than their social voice. And that picture was painted vividly. How can you say that she didn't?
Wow, so that was the first time that's the first time we've ever seen a movie where a woman stood up or made a fight against how Black performers were treated. We've never seen that before. That was the first time. Great. Anyway,
unbelievable.
I would have to watch Ma Rainey Black Bottoms again because I only remember Chadwick's performance. I'll have to watch it again, but I honestly don't think that if I fell asleep that she actually did better in Fences. In Fences, she had my attention. And I said what I said, and I'm not taking it back. I don't think Viola would do better than Fences.
You know what I think? I don't think you've seen Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I think you're front. I honestly don't think you've seen it. I admit it. Check this out. I've admitted I have, because I don't watch series or episodes. I have not seen one episode of How to Get Away with Murder. I've seen clips. Mm-hmm. A lot of things you can judge on clips, but not fully. But there is some sort of merit or credibility with going by what people say, how that performance was. And from what you hear about her performance in How to Get Away with Murder, that she killed it. Mm-hmm. And you have to go, just like we give our opinions and do reviews, and we have a review show. Mm-hmm. There is some sort of you got to listen to people who gives their opinion. So this show, How to Get Away with Murder, was #1 show in its time slot, and it dominated while it was on the air. But you, when we polled this, asked me not to even mention that show. I'm cussing you out. I'm putting you out there. You asked me not to even mention it.
Because you can't comment. Why? Okay, but it's funny you said that when it's a lot of shows that we talk about that you have not seen and you don't want to mention. But at the same time, because Viola was your candidate for the poll, now you want to bring up a show that you do not see. And I have been called out on this show and also in the group for not being more open to watching these crazy movies that you guys watch. And I said that I will be more open to watching I just couldn't do the Godzilla thing. Y'all crazy for that one. But you would not budge. It would be different if you said, you know what? Yeah, I am going to be a little bit more open. Let me go back and watch at least 5 to 10 episodes of How to Get Away with Murder.
It doesn't matter because I could have chose. There's a lot of Whoopi things that I haven't seen.
It does matter to me because, you know, people have their opinions. That's true. But it's nothing like when you're doing.
But I can't watch everything, Tracy. I haven't watched all of Whoopi Goldberg stuff.
We know that. I haven't watched all of Whoopi Goldberg stuff, but I'm saying to make an honest opinion, like you're asking me about Ma Rainey, have I watched it? And I told you what I have, but I got to rewatch it because I fell asleep on it. It's those accents that just do something to me. And I can prove that I watched it because I remember some of the scenes very vividly.
Okay, all right, you watched it. I was wrong, but
her role did not stand out to me. And that's why, to make a fair shot, I'm not going to say that the movie was horrible, because unlike you, I actually want to be sure for certain before I make an opinion on something.
I made my opinion based on what I saw. I actually did not have to put How to Get Away with Murder in.
What if you watched it and didn't like it? Then what? What if you didn't view it the way everybody else?
I'm answering it. Let me answer it. You're making a hypothetical that's absurd because there's no program that's going to not be watchable that's going to be on for as long as it is. It has to be good. It propelled her to other star roles.
What is that TV show that everybody likes, Scandal? Did you watch Scandal? Do you know Scandal was #1 too?
I didn't watch Scandal, no.
Okay. That was the #1 show and it was popular as well. So we can't, people gonna watch stuff. People watch the silliest stuff. It doesn't mean that it's any good. However, I do believe, even though I have not watched How to Get Away with Murder, that it was a much better show than Scandal. But a lot of people may argue with that. I'm just saying, Chris.
I was just gonna say he could just drop. I don't think he had an opportunity to vote yesterday. Who do you think is the most talented? I got a feeling I think I know who he's going to say. Who do you think is the most talented actress between the two, Viola Davis or Whoopi Goldberg? And fair is fair. Whoever he picks is cool. I have no problem with that. But let's not sit here and act like there was a runaway on either side because both actresses are great. But if you're going to pick one movie, all you have is The Color Purple.
And there are Texas.
No, I don't. Have you seen Suicide Squad? You said that you didn't like the movie, but that movie was done. People talked about her more than they did any of the characters that was in there.
Because she stood out for not needing to be in that goddamn movie. That movie was just that horrible, and I still owe you an ass kicking for making me watch that. It was horrible. She did not need to be in that movie. She lost points for me for that. She lost points.
Okay, I guess I'm going to narrate this thing. This is Tracy's clip. Okay, before we do that, Chris Carter said Whoopi has more range. Her comedy puts her ahead. And Curtis King said Whoopi did her thing in Ghost Quit Hating. All right, both of you gentlemen are correct. Whoopi is a comedic actress. She can't be a comedic actress, but let's not act like
she does more than comedy.
What else does she do other than comedy and drama? What else is there? She ain't getting no love.
You just said she's comedy. No, she does more than comedy.
I said no comedy. What are we talking about? We know she does. We know she does drama. Whoopi is great. Let's not act like Viola Davis can't do freaking comedy if given an opportunity. She just hasn't done it yet. She's a serious actress. She doesn't have. You don't listen. There's this misconception about having range that you have to have done other genres. Let me give you another example. How you feel Tom Hanks doesn't have range because he doesn't play a bad guy. You can have range. Listen, before you interject, you can have range by playing a gay guy that's dying of AIDS, and then playing a dim-witted guy who doesn't know anything about anything, people, to show that you have range. You don't have to play a bad guy. So what I'm saying is Viola Davis does not have to do a comedy. Robert De Niro didn't do comedies until later in his career because he figured, hey, I'm Robert De Niro. If I flop, I flop. You guys know that my strength is my drama and my mob movies. I don't have to do comedy to show that I am a great actor. So that is a misconception. Hold on. Because Robert De Niro took that stance,
he is always typecast as a gangster. Even in Meet the Parents, he wasn't even a gangster, but he was that was still his role. You still felt him being a gangster and Meet the Parents, which was a comedy.
Whoopi being iconic has nothing to do with the poll question, who's most talented. See, this is where people are they're deviating from the question. Of course, Whoopi to this point is more iconic. She has a bigger resume. Whoopi Goldberg is that deal. So we narrowed it down. There was a big enough sample size to ask the question, who was most talented? And that's what people are getting away from. But said, Kick the Ballistic. We got a clip of Whoopi Goldberg doing a thing. This is a great clip from her best movie, which was 36 years ago. Run it, said, The Color Purple.
You gotta keep emphasizing that, huh?
That's right.
Oh, I promise you. Until you do right by me, everything you think about is gonna crumble.
Don't do it, Miss Celia. Don't trade places with what I've been through.
Come on, Miss Celia. Let's go to the car.
He ain't worth it. He ain't worth it.
Who you think you is? You can't cuss nobody. Look at you. You're black, you're poor, you're ugly, you're a woman, you're nothing at all.
Till you do right by me, everything you even think about gonna fail.
It's been a pleasure meeting all of you. Bye.
Get me off mute, Sid. Am I up? Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was an absolutely powerful scene by the great Whoopi Goldberg. Just to even take that role shows that she got depth, because you're going to be called ugly throughout the whole movie, and then that stigma kind of goes with you throughout your career. Kudos to Whoopi Goldberg. Absolutely phenomenal job in that movie. That's her signature movie. And we got into this poll by saying, when we were going through our top 10 current best actresses, that's what made us go into this poll, because I said that was her best movie. You said, well, you only get one best. And I don't agree with that, because as you progress through your career, you can do better, and then that movie can become your new best. You cannot be better. You cannot be a GOAT actress.
Number one.
Yeah, you can.
That is why it's called number one. There is no 1A, 1B, 1C. It's only
so she hasn't gotten better since. So she hasn't gotten better since 1985. Say
what again? What are you asking me?
She hasn't become a better actress since 1985.
You know what? If Color Purple was her best acting, I'm just throwing this out there. If that was the best acting she could do, then we know what she's capable of doing. So she doesn't have to get better. She's at her best.
I'm laughing at Curtis because he's cracking up at Mr. I'm assuming the part when he said, "Black, you're ugly." That was funny though. I'm sorry. This fool always had me laughing out loud, man, because he don't have no sense, man. But okay, we gotta agree to disagree on that. Like to the point in 1992, Malcolm X was Denzel's best performance. Arguably, Training Day took that over. Arguably. The point is, he still advanced his career. Now, let's kick it again. That's Chris said The Color Purple was the perfect storm. Color Purple was a great movie, but that's what we're doing. We're always referencing The Color Purple or Ghost. Color Purple or Ghost.
And 10 years from now, you're going to always be referencing Fences for Viola. Bottom line. If you want to say,
that's hater talk. I'm talking about Whoopi's career hindsight. You're already wishing that Viola Davis didn't do better.
Viola, unfortunately, would not get. I mean, I'm not going to put this out there. She probably won't get another 40 years like Whoopi got. So let's just be honest.
Why are you wishing that? Like, you wishing that she said Kick the Ballistic. Show me
No. I'm just saying, the way things are now, I mean, Whoopi was the first Black first Black woman to star in her own movies. Viola's not going to do that. And let's be honest,
So what the
she's
heck?
not.
So Pam Grier didn't star in her own movies?
You know what I mean? Headline her own movies.
Pam Grier didn't headline her own movies?
Black exploitation, black exploitation.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Mark is always referencing the worst movies. Pam Grier is not a real actress. Okay, her movies are not up to anybody's standards.
We're gonna have auditions. We're gonna take up auditions. We're gonna look at auditions for a new host next week. Say it, kick it. Find roll my clip, man. That woman crazy.
They don't care nothing about me. All they want is my voice. So I done learned that. And they're gonna treat me the way I want to be treated, no matter how much it hurt them. They're back there right now calling me all kinds of names, calling me everything but a child of God. But they can't do nothing else because they ain't got what they wanted yet. As soon as they get my voice down on one of them recording machines, then it's just like I be some whore and they roll over and put their pants on. They ain't got no use for me then. I know what I'm talking about. You watch. And Irvin, he right there with the rest of them. He don't care nothing about me either. He been my manager for 6 years, and the only time he had me over his house was to sing for some of his white friends.
I know how they do.
Yeah, shit, you colored and you can make them some money, then you all right with them. Otherwise, you just a dog in the alley. I'd have made them more money for my records and all them other recording artists they got put together, and then they want to talk about how much this session is costing them.
I can't see how it's costing as much as they say.
Shit, it ain't. I don't pay that kind of talk no mind.
Powerful.
Is that your comment about Pam Grier? We're
No, I
talking
didn't.
about.
I'll read the comments, but
We're talking about
scene-
great. We're talking about great actresses and great
Hold on.
performances.
I
And
didn't- what?
you mentioned Pam Grier. How does she
Listen.
possibly fit in this role?
because you
Possibly
said
fit in this conversation?
I didn't reference Pam Grier as a deep actress. I referenced her because you said that Whoopi Goldberg was the only one to headline her own movies, and that's just not true. Whether Pam Grier was great or not, which a lot of people think she is, that doesn't mean that she wasn't a pioneering actress. That is the point. But that scene that I just played did you not hang on to every word? That was powerful. That's pure thespian artistry. She made the scene. It was powerful, man. Come on, give her props. Don't sit here and say that Princess was her best.
Again, I think I remember some of that, but again, I do have to watch it. I'm not like you. I'm not gonna dog a movie I'm not gonna say I've never seen it, but I'm not gonna dog a movie until I watch it. So I'm not gonna say she didn't do well in the movie. I just know I watched it and I was not. I fell asleep and I shouldn't have done that, but I was tired that day. I will watch it again, but nothing has brought me back to say, "Hey, hurry up and go watch this. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it." So
I've never seen so much haterism. Let me run through some of these comments. Let me run through some of these comments. Oh my God, I'm done. Chris Carter said Whoopi has one hell of a lead, but Viola could definitely catch up, and we've acknowledged that she had it's not even a lead. It's a start on her career. She's supposed to have a complete catalog. He also said to say Pam Grier was not a great actress simply because of the time period her movies came out equals saying Shaka Khan is not a great singer simply because her time period happened during disco.
Who's talking about
this
time
era.
period? She's just not a good actress.
No, you have to understand that they are making great analogies and assessing in totality what you're saying. You can't.
Okay.
He said you basically dismissed her career.
Pam Grier was such a great actress. Where is her catalog? Why is she not starting?
This dude said I dog Godzilla. Godzilla ain't no actor, man. Get out of here, Curtis. I don't know, man.
Where is Pam Grier? Where's her catalog if she's such a great actress?
Pam Grier at the moment is recovering and living her life, trying to live a healthy life.
The point is, Pam Grier is not good. That's why no one asked her to star in their movies. What did she do? American
Nobody asked her to star in their movies except the great Quentin Tarantino, which he's losing points too because he thinks he has nigga immunity.
That was a terrible movie. Was that the OG gangster movie? That shit was horrible. Come on now. Stop it. Stop. Pam Grier was a babe from her time period. Guys like looking at her. So that's why she got a lot of roles. But she's not a great actress.
There's nothing wrong with her being pretty while she's acting great.
No, that's not my point. That's not my point. This is why she's not relevant today. Looks fade, talent doesn't.
I'm sorry, I have to correct one of the comments. I'm sorry, Curtis. He said you dogged Godzilla without looking at it, which I think he was referring to you saying that I didn't watch How to Get Away with Murder, or one of those statements. But that's a good point. You guys kept her up. Catch her up in her lies because she's crazy.
No.
She's crazy. Chris asked, "Are you serious?"
I said I do watch dinosaur and gorilla movies. I'm not watching that shit. It could have had a beautiful storyline. But let's keep it real. Do you really think it had a storyline? So how did I dog it? I'm just not watching a dinosaur and a gorilla bite each other. Y'all get off that shit.
I win. Sarah, get in here. Sarah, get in here. I know you.
I want you back on this show for that.
I know we got to get out of here. And I know I'm going to bring somebody in that voted for Whoopi with you. Sarah, get in here right quick because we got to get out of here, man. But I don't understand, man. I don't understand. That's simply hater talk at its finest. They're talking about you.
Oh, like you just hated on Good Fences, a movie that you have never seen. You called it trash, Marcus.
You said it was trash. You know.
How did I say Good Fences was trash? I promoted.
No, you said the movie with her and Tiffany Haddish was trash. I'm sorry.
But that's not what we were talking about. I'm not going to watch a movie,
and the promo poster is Whoopi Goldberg and Danny Glover posing like that painting. That old white couple standing in front of the farm.
A dinosaur and a gorilla bite each other. So you can say what you want to watch and not gonna watch. But if I see it, I'm being biased and I need to be more open. You know what? You are phony.
Good point, Curtis. You need to go back and read these comments. Said, I know you voted for Whoopi, but can you be honest with me? She crazy. Tell the truth. You're not even in the same state, so she's not gonna beat you up. Ain't she crazy?
No, I like both. I like both of them, and I think Viola's on the trend of what Whoopi was doing. You know what I'm saying? To me, you know what I'm saying? I picked Whoopi because I watched more Whoopi movies than I did Viola. I mean, I haven't really watched Viola movies. You know what I'm saying? That's why I picked Whoopi. But I see what she's doing. I see what Viola's doing.
You read the comments.
Yeah, I'm going through all this.
I want her to see that comment in particularly. Put that back up there because
I can't see who's
we need to make that the group cover. Make that group cover.
Stop it! I can't see who's saying anything. All my stuff comes up as Facebook user.
Well, and
Curtis King, ain't nobody. Curtis King, go sit
Well, he just said your movie game ain't blip, and I second that.
Curtis King, you can get the finger, the middle. How about that?
Wow, she gave you a crisscross reference. Unbelievable.
I think Viola. I mean, I think she's that movie that you put up there that you ran. I actually watched that. That actually was good.
What movie are you talking about?
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Yeah, and I feel that it was good because she was going in on it. You know, so I digged it. But like I said, she got some movie. I think she gonna do better than what the movie that you're talking about. I think she could do better.
But said, you know what? She minimized Ma Rainey's Black Bottom to. She said, "Sure, like we never seen no black woman play a role like that."
You said it. I said we've been there before. We've had movies like that before. I mean, it's not. Come on now. It's a Netflix movie. Calm down. It didn't win. I mean, relax.
I too have said that Netflix movies has an issue. Matter of fact, me and Chris Carter argued about this before. That a lot of these Netflix movies, my side was the scope is too small. But if you take her performance, which I thought it was spot on. It was all about her and Chadwick Boseman. Now, I've taken nothing from Whoopi. I've said that Whoopi has great works. My only issue was that her best work
she hasn't gotten better.
I said what?
You said she hasn't gotten better. Her talent hasn't improved.
No. I said her best work was 1985.
You said the last show that she has not gotten better over time, and you even referenced it with Denzel Washington. Let's pull up the show so we can call you on your line.
Fine. If your best movie was 36 years ago, do you think you've gotten better? This is like, to me, and I'm in a minority with this. I already know this. This is like, to me, people saying Richard Pryor is the GOAT comedian. And I can get in trouble for saying that, but that's just like saying comedy hasn't gotten better since 1982. I just don't agree with that. Comedy, movie, everything is progressive. You can't say, oh, he's the GOAT. And, you know, Bernie Mac didn't came through here. Eddie Murphy didn't came through here. So comedy is getting worse. I don't believe that. So you can't tell me that Whoopi Goldberg, who made The Color Purple back in 1985, is like, has this big resume that has gotten better and makes her the GOAT actress. That's just not true. That's
that's not what the conversation was about. It wasn't about her being the best. No, it was not. I brought up Whoopi Goldberg as being one of, probably right now, my favorite actress, because no other Black woman at the time had the catalog that she had. You
said Alfre Woodard was your GOAT. That's not.
No,
said Alfre Woodard.
You a lie. I said none of my ladies were in order, and I said Whoopi Goldberg would have to be my favorite. I just named her. Pull up the movie. Say it. Pull up the movie. Pull up.
Hey, don't read no more Curtis Clark's comments because this dude's crazy.
I don't know which one is Curtis because Max just said.
I'm gonna read one more Curtis, one more Chris's comment. Because I'm not doing a sequel on this with you, Tracy. We're done. I won again. I'm always beating you.
How you win? Whoopi Goldberg won. She was my selection. You lost. Take your L. Put it on your forehead.
I lost only because I did everything you wanted me to do. You wanted me to show the Whoopi Goldberg picture what she was doing like this because that was an iconic picture. You wanted me to not say anything. You wanted to see how I presented the poll.
That made a difference, huh?
Actually, she's winning in the poll now, 37-35. That's another thing. I put a time limit on it, so people are still voting, and they're voting for Viola. Curtis King said,
"People that's going to vote for Whoopi."
Curtis King said,
"Can you please tell Marcus who won, so he can start walking around here saying he won?"
I started the show off saying that Whoopi Goldberg won. See, that's what I'm saying. I gave you all the credit that you yearned for.
No,
he
said, you did not.
I did. Okay, let me read some in. Curtis said, he's talking to you. He said, so good work doesn't count if it's on Netflix? Laughing my butt off. I hate Tracy commentary on this evening. I should have played Scrabble.
You know what, Curtis? Since you got all that mouth, use all that mouth to come on the show.
Wait, but you know what?
You know if he came on the show, he's going to be Charlie Murphy face. Wait, you know that.
You talking all that bull.
A lot of movies.
Let us hear you.
A lot of movies went on Netflix and other places because everybody couldn't go to the movie theater. So Netflix bought a lot of movies, and a lot of movies sold them to them so they could actually be seen. Because you don't want a movie like if Eddie Murphy movie would have came out next year, it wouldn't have had that same buzz. Really, you know what I'm saying? It would have been like, it's done. You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe they would have created the buzz. I don't know. I don't know the marketing side of it. Chris Carter said you don't say that when people bring up that old white woman. That might have been towards me. I don't know. Yeah. Probably towards Tracy. I'm not sure. But hey, we are way over our time, man. And there is no good time to cut this off because it's ongoing. That's just how great both these actresses are, Whoopi Goldberg and Viola Davis. What would be good is a movie with both of them in it. Now that would be. Can you imagine Viola Davis, Whoopi Goldberg, throw a little Angela Bassett in there? You didn't even make it. We had enough superhero movies.
Yeah, we don't really need Angela Bassett.
Yeah, I think you can put it in there. Although I think she's a distant. Now I don't want this to sound like a knock. She's a distant third behind them too. Only because, in my opinion, every role she's played, whether it's Tina Turner, Betty Shabazz, she was the inferior woman. She had a superior in that particular movie. But great actress nonetheless. That's just my opinion. But
I think Halle Berry good. I mean, but Tracy don't think Halle Berry that good.
She don't like Halle Berry.
Right. Halle Berry is not.
Okay. Let's go.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, a lot of Black women think Shamar Moore looks good. I don't care about looks. I don't care if he look fine or not. He can't act either. Y'all going by Halle Berry looking good or whatever, but Ron can't act. It is what it is.
Halle Berry played.
Michael Easley, whatever his name is, a fine ass actor, but you know, he can't act like Denzel. I mean,
you know, I don't judge guys, but I don't get the Michael Ealy thing. His head looks like a banana. Whenever I see
look at you. That has nothing to do with his acting.
I don't judge guys, but I'm like Eddie Murphy said, I'm not, the guy's cool looking. He's cool looking. I'm not gonna be like, oh, look at the shoulders. I'm not gonna be. I mean, whenever I see Michael Ealy, I think of Beverly Hills Cop, the banana in the tailpipe. His head look like a banana. Don't his head look like a banana, y'all? Man, come on.
No.
Keep it real, man.
No.
Okay.
Your hair look like a hem hog, but we still
Hallie is fine as frog hairs. My hair look like what?
Your hair look like a hem hog, but we still talk to you.
Hey, maybe so. You know what? I'm on here talking to you guys, and my White Sox are winning 3-1. Said, ha ha ha. But we got to get out of here, man. And to show you how much Tracy hates me, said I put up a second poll. Who was more popular, Urkel or Arnold Jackson? She voted against me again. Knowing good and well that Arnold Jackson dominated when he was out. Matter of fact, there is no Steve Urkel if there was never an Arnold Jackson.
Okay, but can I say this? Can I say this? Urkel played a nerd. Arnold played an adorable little midget. I mean, the two characters just don't compare to me. But I know
they don't compare. But we're talking about popularity. We're not talking about who had the better character.
But you know what? Different Strokes got canceled because Arnold was not really he wasn't just really bringing no more egg.
Canceled.
It did get canceled.
They grew out. They was grown. You can't be. They got adopted. They were getting grown.
They were all.
The show was so popular
they were all
that
kids,
even CBS picked up. CBS picked up that show.
Arnold gave it a rep. At the end, he just wasn't doing so good. But Urkel was kind of what?
This is how popular Different Strokes was.
This should be. We should keep this.
Plagiarized the show. They plagiarized the show and came up with Webster. That's how popular Different Strokes was, man.
Yeah.
The show was at the end of its run, and they was done with it. And CBS said, "We want to be in the Arnold Jackson business." The show switched networks. Now, to your credit, Family Matters did too. Family Matters went to CBS as well. But Different Strokes was huge for its time. Huge.
It sure was.
That Arnold Jackson, the "what you're talking about" line. People still say that in sitcoms today.
People are still saying, "Did I do that?"
Nobody says
that. Nobody says that. You have to watch a Family Matters rerun to hear that. Nobody says that.
I hate that.
I hate it too. Did I do that? I'm in your face. Shut up.
Ain't no nerd gonna keep on busting up people's crib like that and not get his ass kicked.
And that's true. That's true. And you cannot be 17 and still, 3 feet tall. So yeah, they both had not a good soul ending. But whatever the case is, Family Matters was very popular because of Urkel, to the point he wasn't even the main character, but of his popularity, they brought him in and made him the main character.
I agree. I'm not saying that Family Matters was not popular. It was a great show, actually. You know what?
And they made him a woman too.
We gotta get out of here.
Him a woman too.
Maybe we'll continue. Maybe we'll do a series of polls and we'll talk about those for the next few weeks. But what do y'all got before we get out of here?
I won. Go Whoopi. Go Viola. Viola, I'm never hating on you, girl. Just don't do those superhero movies anymore. And I'm still in your corner. I just been a Whoopi Goldberg's corner a lot longer. Sorry.
I didn't ask you to sign off hating. I asked you to say what you got, man. What you got, said? What you got?
No, we good, man. I mean, this was I told y'all last week this was gonna be a good one. I mean, I think
Curtis King.
This actually could go an hour, but
we almost are there. We're at 40 with 15 minutes over, and I might as well take these last 15 seconds to tell people that we are auditioning for a new co-host, and it has to be a woman because I think the chemistry is better. So if you're interested, inbox me. I'm just joking. I think she's great. You're great, Tracy. You're great. You're great to argue with.
Thank you.
I just want to. No, let me stop saying that. I don't.
Thank you.
Quarterback's about to meet.
You, Curtis. I can't wait, Curtis. This for you.
whoever asked about the music, I took the music out because I mean I knew
Curtis
you
asked
weren't
about
going
the
to hear the music.
What he's saying is he's not just saying what happened to the music. He want to hear the music rather than hear Tracy. That's